Hey everybody, this is the Aggressively Medium podcast with Lee and Josh.
Hey Josh.
Hey Lee, that's the most excited you sounded all day.
That's all I had.
That's it. That's the yeah. Well, luckily we're both sick.
Yeah.
So that
No kidding.
whether or not that had anything to do with itself,
I don't think we got each other sick.
who knows?
Yeah. No, we didn't because Lana got sick like all toddlers do.
Yeah,
And then Anna got it. And then Catherine got it. And then I got it.
that's kind of. Jason got sick. I got sick. Everybody else got sick.
Yeah.
The baby hasn't gotten sick yet, which is
Really little
fingers
babies
crossed.
usually don't get sick from just like colds and stuff because of breast milk.
Yeah. Maybe I should start drinking breast milk.
I was just about to say.
If it'll cut down on some of this,
I'd bathe in it if it got rid of this.
all for it, bud.
Yeah.
All for it. I'll drink it up.
And I took Lana to the doctor on Thanksgiving Day.
Running a fever.
Negative for RSV, negative for COVID, negative for the flu.
It's got to be the cold.
You just have a cold.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now,
People forget about the cold.
if this is a cold, you can talk about whatever variant you want coming in. We need to do something about the cold.
Oh, yeah.
This is
That's why I halfway don't believe all these vaccines and stuff.
yeah.
Because surely we would. I mean, the cold's not killing people left and right. So it feels like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've felt closer to death before, but this one's not. This ain't nothing to just write off.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Well, you've heard the term man flu too, haven't you?
No.
Okay. So there's this thing that whenever men get sick, it's always like they're on their deathbeds.
Oh.
And they call it the man flu. It's like, I feel horrible, so I can't do anything. I got to lay around and all that. That's not what happens in our house, but.
I was about to say, if somebody felt like this, I wouldn't be surprised if they went to the hospital. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, luckily, neither one of us have been to the hospital.
No.
You put up Christmas lights this week.
We did.
How's that?
I didn't want to. Don't need to speak up. I'm trying.
A little bit, yeah. Probably a little bit.
Okay. Ugh. Everything coming out of me is the color of your shirt.
Yeah.
By the way. Or the color of the table.
Black. You might need to go to the doctor then. But yeah, Christmas lights.
Yeah, we put up we didn't do the whole house.
Mm-hmm.
We've never done that. We didn't even put up lights last year because we had COVID.
Yeah.
But this year we put up like 6 strands of lights. Nothing crazy.
I have a tendency in neighborhoods to make other people feel like they have to do something.
I'm sure.
So our whole house is
I know.
all the bushes, all the trees.
Yeah.
We got a 20-foot Santa Claus inflatable. It's insane over here.
Yeah.
But I love Christmas. This is like my one time. Like other people get jazzed up about Halloween or Labor Day or Boxing Day
Labor
or
Day.
whatever. You know, they
Arbor
go all
Day.
out. Arbor Day. They dress up like trees. Christmas is my time of the year. So that had nothing to do with our first topic.
That's fine. We're just
riffing.
Filling space.
Just
man.
riffing. So I saw something interesting this week. The TV show House.
I love it.
Did you realize that it's a play on Sherlock Holmes? Holmes House. Who's named House? Holmes House. Home House.
Yeah.
It's I never put those two things together until
he's like a doctor detective.
yeah, but it's the same. I mean, and
he's British.
it's a play on and when I saw that this week, I was like,
I think I've seen an interview where Hugh Laurie said that
where he talked about
he felt like Sherlock Holmes, or he grew up liking Sherlock, like it was part of it. Yeah, makes sense.
That was a great,
Oh, the show's good.
yeah, fantastic TV show.
Yeah. A little too much drama between all the people, all the other doctors.
That's
but you
part of
gotta
the
have
TV
it.
show.
Yeah.
Speaking of drama, there's a lot of drama surrounding the new Spider-Man movie coming out, which we're both fans of Marvel, right?
Yeah.
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 Marvel's great.
I like Marvel.
Yeah, they do good stuff.
Yeah.
But so they've already put out a couple trailers, and they've got Doc Ock was like the main, like, hey, this is gonna be the big bad guy, and then you start seeing Green Goblin, Sandman, Electro,
What about the
Big
is it
Lizard
Venom?
dude. Oh, they haven't shown anything with Venom being in it. Although in one of the trailers, there is a black Spider-Man suit.
Well, remember one of Tobey Maguire's last one, he beats him in the bell tower because all the noise and all that.
Yep.
Is that Venom or is that just Black Spider-Man?
No, that's Venom.
Oh, it is Venom?
Yeah, yeah. Because then Venom comes off of him and goes on to the guy from that 70s show
Oh, yeah.
and creates Venom.
Right, who's also a reporter.
Yeah, yeah.
And they, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they fight.
So there might be Venom in the
Will it be Hardy or whatever his name is?
Well, so in the last Venom movie, at the after scene credits, Venom and Tom Hardy are like sitting in a hotel room, and then Venom's like, I'm so much smarter than you. Like, I've been around for thousands of years. He's like, okay, fine. Show me what I'm missing then. And then like the room like does this like really weird little like glitchy thing. And then he's like, what was that? And he was like, that wasn't me. And then they look on the TV and it's Tom Holland Spider-Man. And so they're connecting Venom with the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Cool.
So there's a possibility that Venom is in the new Spider-Man. But there's also rumor that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are coming back as like there's a multiverse. Because that's part of the trailer is they say, oh, well, they all died fighting Spider-Man. And so Tom Holland essentially has to kill all of those bad guys. So we'll see.
Huh.
It also seems like maybe Doc Ock realizes that he's in like an alternate reality.
Yeah.
And then is going to try to help Spider-Man possibly.
Well,
to
'cause
like get everybody back.
Well, Doc Ock like sacrifices himself at the end. He realizes what he had done. He dies a good guy.
Well,
Because he
most
pulls
of them,
that big thing down. Right, Sandman does too because he just wanted to see his daughter in
most
prison.
of them at the end of it, it's
Not the Green
he
Goblin.
wasn't a bad guy. Yeah, Green Goblin on the other hand.
Willem Dafoe.
Which he is recast.
Man,
all
he's
the,
like 80.
all the same people are recast
They're
as
just
their
going
role.
to CGI his face on the stuff because that dude ain't doing jack.
Well, luckily, towards the end, if you remember, he was like kind of jacked up looking anyway.
Yeah.
Like he had all the veins and weird stuff. So
I just mean like physically he can't be running around and
you'd
jumping.
be surprised, man. Them Hollywood dudes drinking them babies' blood.
That's true.
They get after it.
He'd probably do a couple seances and be okay.
Yeah, some coke. Amp him up real quick. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. It seems like it's going to be a really cool. And now Tom Holland, this was supposed to be the end of Tom Holland Spider-Man, but they are extending his contract. They're doing another trilogy with him. So
Cool.
we need more Marvel movies.
Do we need more?
Yeah, because like we lost Cap, we lost Iron Man.
Thor's done.
Well, they got one more Thor coming out. We'll see what happens with
Yeah,
it.
but that's the end of his contract.
Yeah. So, well, Tom Holland's
'Cause
was supposed
then-
to be the end of this contract.
And then there's
so
going to be a Lady Hulk.
the She-Hulk, yeah, the trailer for that came out the other day.
it did?
Yeah, it seems okay.
Yeah. They lost me with all these shows they did. I
haven't caught Hawkeye yet.
I kind of cooled on Marvel after all the shows they made.
You know, I saw an article the other day that said people are marveled out.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Well, and you got to think, when was the first Iron Man? That was
2006?
16 years ago?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's been they've been running this show for a long time.
This franchise.
Yeah. which I'm still like, we watched 2008 was the first Iron Man.
Okay.
Which we watched Shang-Chi the other day.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. Like, it's a Marvel movie. It was a great movie. None of us were like super jazzed up about it. Like watching it.
Because he's Chinese.
Because he's racist or homophobic or what it.
I don't know. You're the one that got in trouble with that guy.
Transphobic. Yeah. I can't remember what he is. Go look at it. Google it. Somebody.
Said, what did he say? I'm not going to. I don't want
He
that
said
guy to scream
pedophiles and gay people are the same thing.
Homosexuals are the same as pedophiles.
Yeah. They have some protein in their brain.
Hey, YouTuber dude, he said that.
Yeah.
We read it from the article.
Yeah. I haven't replied to that guy's comment
So
yet.
your roommate who set you straight was wrong.
If you don't know what we're talking about, we talked about it in an episode a while back.
Josh read it from an article.
Yeah, and then
quoted the line.
Somebody
from
on
the article.
YouTube said, "You guys are wrong." My
You
buddy
have no
just
idea what you're talking about.
my buddy just told me what happened. He gave me a
explained
synopsis, and it's like your buddy told you wrong.
Yeah.
We have if you need some like entertainment for yourself, go look at any of our videos that have comments on them. It's
People
never
hate us.
Yeah, people hate us, but they keep watching. So
Yeah.
keep on coming, bro.
Yeah.
If this show was built on we had 1 million subscribers and every one of them hated us, they just wanted to prove us wrong with every episode, that would kind of make me feel good. I would love it. Just constantly having people like trash talking us.
It would bug me if I read them, which I don't. The only time I see comments is when you send me a screenshot of one.
Well, you see most of them then,
Yeah.
because I screenshot most
Yeah.
of them and send them to you.
But yeah, if you don't have any input in my day-to-day life, I really don't give a fart.
Yeah.
What you've got to say.
Well, I don't either, and that's why I guess it doesn't bother me. It actually I find it funny. When I see a comment that's like, "Oh, you guys suck," blah 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 blah, I think it's hilarious.
Yeah. So you listen to it. So
Yeah. Well, and then some people were like putting timestamps on like the parts that people need to watch and stuff.
Good.
And it's like,
You're helping us out
yeah, this.
because I don't have to put timestamps on stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how to, but
Well, but anyway, Shang-Chi was a good movie.
Cool.
Still haven't seen the Eternals yet. I want to watch it.
it's just so okay. So 08 was the first one.
Yeah.
So let's say you're 12.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little young.
Yeah, I was not 12.
Right. But let's say
Yeah.
you're 12 and you're a superhero guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're 12
Mm-hmm.
in 08. First Iron Man comes out. Boom, boom, boom. 2020, you're now.
Why don't we just do our ages? Because that'll make it a lot easier for you. How
Okay.
old were you in 08?
Oh, I don't know.
When did you graduate high school?
10.
Okay.
So I was
16.
16,
So now you're
30. About to be 30.
yeah. So you're jazzed up about Iron Man when you're 16, I'm sure.
Not really. But for the sake of the argument, for the sake of
Yeah.
the word problem we're doing right here.
Jazzed up at 16. You're 30.
I'm 30.
Yeah.
And you're going to start throwing tertiary characters at me?
Well, they don't have anybody left.
Exactly. So it's run its course.
Well, so they don't have anybody in the sense of main characters that everybody knows, but like if you follow the comics and stuff, or like even vaguely follow the comics.
In the 2000s.
I tell you what they need to do is they need to have X-Men in it. They need to bring X-Men back and then have X-Men into it. But
Well, they'd
that's
have to call it X them.
yeah, X-they.
X they.
Yeah. X-they them. Yeah. But if they brought them into it, then that's a whole breed of characters that everybody already knows. Like, Wolverine. All
But
of
we've
it.
already made all those movies.
It don't matter. This is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, though. That was all Sony.
Yeah.
That's completely separate.
Did
The
so
last couple of them were trash anyway. Like the Rise of the Phoenix or whatever.
it's because it was about a girl?
Probably.
No, but like, okay, so you got people invested in 20 movies.
Yeah.
You should be happy with yourself.
Yeah, but I feel similar the way that you feel of like, oh, I don't want to see Shang-Chi. I don't know anything about this Shang-Chi character.
Yeah.
Watch the movie. I'm like, man, this is really good. I really enjoyed that. And so that's why I think that like I want to see the Eternals because I'm still really excited about them after I watch them. I'm like, man, that was actually a good movie. And we're big movie people,
You
too.
liked comics, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
So
but there's not a lot. I don't remember the Eternals. I don't remember.
But you've got a base level for superheroes that
You don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah. You liked football and girls, and I was.
Yeah. I like, yeah.
Yeah. And I was got comic books and depression.
Yeah, right. And loneliness.
Loneliness.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were out,
So I
tossing
like
the
them
pigskin
just as a
around.
movie.
Yeah.
As like just a piece of entertainment.
And they're good movies.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one. And they said The Eternals is supposed to be like one of the worst rated ones.
I'm sure.
And
it's
so
because
I'm excited
you're
about
grasping at straws here now.
But Shang-Chi was one of the better ones, better rated ones. So
That's fine.
I'm going to watch Hawkeye this week, and I'm going to try to watch Eternals this week at some point.
I want to see the movie where after the snap and Hawkeye's just murdering people.
Yeah.
I'd like that
good.
movie
That'd be good to see.
with that stupid haircut he's got.
Well,
But he just runs around with a samurai sword just
Yeeting people.
yeeting people. Yeah, I'd watch that.
yeah. I liked Loki. Loki was a good TV show.
We couldn't watch it.
Really.
It was too complicated. We had too much stuff because we don't sit down and watch stuff.
I expect that from somebody who just had CTE every day in high school.
I only got 2 concussions playing football. I was fine.
Like you had a great run in high school. I didn't, but now like the rest of my life's going to be great. And then you just
Yeah.
just in a decline for the past 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you. After we got COVID last year,
Life sucks.
you might as well give me chemotherapy. My immune system is just scorched earth.
Interesting thing. I was going back through all my test results from DCH for the past year.
All of them?
Yeah.
You doing great?
Well, I saw my COVID test, and I also got another test on top of that. Like they were like 3 tests that they tested for when they tested for COVID, and like the reference range is like somewhere between 50 and 200 for this test, and mine was like 800. It was mono. I had effing mono
Nobody told you?
when I had COVID.
Nobody told you?
I guess they were like, it's gonna suck for him anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's not tell him.
let's not tell him.
He's probably going to die. So let him.
We don't need to tell him
Yeah.
what exactly he's dying from. He's just going to be dead.
Unless the family asks for his test results after his autopsy.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it. Let it lie.
Freaking mono and COVID. That's why I couldn't get out of bed for freaking a week.
Yeah.
So I was practically dead.
Yeah.
I probably should have went to the hospital.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that I should probably go to the hospital for, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of needing to go to the hospital, we're about to have to need to go to the hospital.
Oh,
probably.
you're doing this for real? Yeah. I was kidding.
So I bought a Soda Stream this week, and I'm pretty excited about it. It's been fun.
This is going to destroy my throat.
Probably.
It's already. it's on
okay.
fire already.
It's okay. It's for the show.
For y'all.
For the 30 people that watch.
It looked like you splashed in my eyes yesterday. If you're not watching this live,
Should I put the picture up of what you look
you
like?
can. Oh,
We might get put out of YouTube for that.
you talking about should have maybe gone to the hospital.
So I got a Soda Stream.
Oh, you have it. Ugh.
Oh gosh. I got a Soda Stream, and we've been making, Coke
So you just didn't
and
have tea.
root beer. Didn't
I
have
said tea.
Yeah, I didn't have any tea. So I found the next best thing, which is pickle juice. If you don't have tea, pickle juice. So
I'm so
there's like
upset.
a CO2 cartridge back here.
I get it.
Put this guy. And then we
I'm
do.
so upset.
Do you want super fizzy or not fizzy?
What's going to make this the best for the show? Fizz it up.
So 3 times is a light fizz, 5 times is a strong fizz, and then continue for extra fizz.
It's your thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is it supposed to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. There's stuff floating around in it, man.
It was pickle juice.
You put so much in there too. I'm literally taking a thimble.
No, we're not drinking all of it. I needed enough to actually do something with it. Oh, my bad.
Okay.
I'm just sorry. I was okay.
I'm just telling you now, I'm going to take like a capful. Maybe it'll break.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Fantastic. So we got carbonated pickle juice here.
I'm telling you, I'm going to move my cup if you try and be funny. Okay. That's all I'm drinking.
You don't have to drink everything that's in your cup.
Stop all that. I don't need any of that. Oh, you got a bunch.
I got some chunks in there. I got some chunks on mine. So this is not a paid advertisement by SodaStream, but if you want those some advertising dollars,
like blur out the logo.
I mean, it smells like pickle juice.
I can't smell anything. So this is probably good. This is the best time for me to do this. That smells like an empty cup. Literally.
All right, well.
There's a big thing floating right at the top, too. I'm trying to let it settle. Hold on. I'm not.
All right.
That's about like I expected.
That was horrible.
That's the saltiest thing.
The like bite at the end, like the I guess it's the carbonation. That was not fun.
That's gross. I'm not. Yeah, you can.
Don't do that. I had to go back for seconds.
I got chill bumps.
I'm crying a little bit. Don't die.
All right. Get that out of here. I bet that would ruin tea. So, okay.
There's like half a second of like, this is the grossest thing, and then my body wants to throw up.
Wretch.
Ugh.
I don't know if it's because I can't like distinguish flavors. That just tasted like I poured salt down my throat.
0 to 10, what would you rate it?
0.
0.
A 0.
Maybe this is a new, like we do. Would you rather?
What can we soda stream?
Yeah. What do you guys want us to soda stream?
Soda stream. Not pickle juice.
Well, we already did it now, so.
And if you try and soda stream hot sauce or something, I'm just not going to do it. I'm just telling you now.
We'll get a mild for you.
I'm not doing it. Oh, well, that was great.
Yeah, 0 out of 10 on the soda stream for the.
You want to talk about gross? You all right? I'm trying to transition here.
Oh, go for it.
You want to talk about gross?
I need a nap now.
Yeah. You want to. Let me just read this article, this headline to you, if I can find it. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, I feel so bad. Okay. Here we go. Speaking of gross.
Oh, my God. My stomach is jacked up right now.
You drank the whole cup, you dummy.
No, I didn't. There's still, look.
Stop.
There's still like.
Yeah, but you poured a bunch in. Stop.
I'm going to throw up.
Well, stop. If you throw up, I'll throw up immediately. So this will be done.
Gross.
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
How a NASA-funded experiment led to a sexual relationship between researcher Margaret Howe Lovett and a dolphin.
A relationship?
Yep.
So it wasn't just a one time?
No. This was prolonged. Okay.
Okay.
So.
I'm trying to focus on what you're saying.
All right. So in 1964, there's a bunch of stuff going on.
Right now, yeah.
In 1964. So in 1964, here's a video of the lady talking. She looks like she'd have sex with a dolphin. Okay. In 1964, these scientists.
I need to text my doctor and ask if there's anything wrong with pickle juice and carbonation.
It's probably just it'll upset your stomach. Oh, God. You're just stalling on this dolphin sex.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready for dolphin sex.
Okay. So you're ready for it?
Yeah.
In 1964, there's this group of researchers who were into finding extraterrestrials.
Okay.
Initially. And then there's this other scientist that was, so they used like radio waves to try and see if they could bounce anything off other planets and get a noise, talk to them. So talking to things we don't know how to talk to led to a NASA funded experiment to try and talk with dolphins.
Okay. And so they started sexting the dolphins.
Yeah. So that led to this group of scientists built this laboratory in California. Of course, it was in California. And the top was an office, and the bottom was a dolphin habitat.
Okay.
And the dolphin's name was like Peter or something.
Makes sense. You don't want the dolphins upstairs.
No. Well, but so this random chick that just lived in the town went up there and was like, hey, what are y'all doing? Like, we're experimenting with dolphins or whatever. She's like, I want to help.
Can you do that?
You could in 64. Or this was early in the 60s because by 64 she was having sex. But so she came on and was just like a data processor or something. She was just filling out files and filing paperwork. And then she initially
Something was filling in her files.
She initially became like a good researcher, but she felt like going home at the end of the day was taken away from the research. So she moved into the upstairs part.
This is how evil scientists
and then
start.
she convinced the other people to halfway flood the upstairs to where they could just live together, be in constant contact
And
6
they did
days of the week. They did it.
How'd they get them from upstairs to downstairs?
Probably with some kind of hoist, some kind of mechanism.
Yes,
That's not the important part of this story.
I have a lot of questions.
So,
None of which you can probably answer.
So once they flooded some part of the lab to where she and the dolphin lived in the same space 6 days out of the week.
God, I bet you get pruny.
Right. I'm trying to find the name of this dolphin. Because then they just call him this for the rest of the, like he's a person. Peter. It was Peter. Peter the dolphin.
Of course it's Peter.
And her name, they...
Need something to clear your throat?
No, not that. But so it got to the point where this dolphin, Peter, was
Peter
like,
was putting his Peter.
No, Peter would like nose on different parts of her body, and would pester the fire out of her, and would get an erection. But he would nose like the back of her knee, or like her elbow, and get a boner. And it was causing backlog on trying to get stuff done. So she just decided, I'll just finish this dude so I can get back to my research. And so then for years, she was just handymaning this dolphin a couple of times a day to get him off her back.
Is that all it takes?
I don't know how that works. You could ask her. She didn't talk about it for 50 years until recently, which I wouldn't either. I probably would have gone, however many years she has left on this earth, I'd have gone that many years.
She's got to be close to the end.
But yeah, so she was manually stimulating this dolphin to get him to leave her alone. That's how she phrased it.
Wow.
Yeah, for years.
Well, at least it wasn't too back and forth.
Right.
That makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, she wasn't receptive.
Yeah, she wasn't.
But still.
Man, my stomach.
I'm sure. I took a sip and my stomach hurts. But then the head researcher of the group got really into LSD and they closed the whole thing down. And then she married like one of the researchers. And they've
Peter.
had 3 kids and it's fine.
A researcher named Peter, a.k.a. the dolphin.
Well,
now he's...
No, Peter got moved to Florida and killed himself. And they explain how that happens with a dolphin. So Peter had committed suicide. She got a phone call.
Gosh.
And so apparently, dolphins are not automatic air breathers like we are.
Okay.
And so, like, they have to actively think to take a swig of air in.
Uh-huh.
And so if a dolphin, like, is injured or loses its family, dolphins are really smart.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if they have something go on, something traumatic or whatever,
They'll process through it.
They just stop breathing and sink to the bottom and drown.
Dang.
But, like, voluntarily.
Yeah.
And that's what Peter did because he wasn't getting a hand job from some chick anymore.
Man, I would have died a long time ago.
NASA paid for it. It was a NASA-funded project. So there you go. Tax dollars at work.
Well, good. Speaking of space, Elon Musk got a haircut.
Did he?
Yeah. It's, I don't know who greenlit this or if he understands how bad it is because he does have like some sort of social ineptness, but
Yeah. He got the old Peaky Blinders cut.
that's gross.
Yeah, he's trying
It looks like he's
trying to be hip.
he looks like he's got a reverse Three Stooges.
Yeah. It's whoever went. Yeah, I'm looking at this one's backed out even more.
Yeah, that's what I got.
I mean, there's plenty of people with that haircut. Him having a bandana around his neck also makes him look stupider.
Yeah. Well, I think that's his like COVID bandana.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got to go to a lot of places where it's COVID restricted. And
It's better than this one. He looks like a robot whose like face got shifted off to the side. We can end this thing early if you need to.
I definitely don't need to drink any more of it though.
Is it better than that one? The old one?
The old school? I guess.
That just goes to show, because he's going bald.
Yeah.
That just goes to show what money can buy.
Happiness and hair.
Two in the same. One in the same.
If I had a better hairline, I'd be way happier.
Didn't we say that last week?
Did we?
You said if you like saved a plastic surgeon,
plastic surgeon. What would you get?
a full head of hair.
I'd get a stomach bypass right now, or I'd get a new stomach.
Yeah,
Just
one made out of plastic.
take out what I got right now.
You look terrible.
I'm struggling. That was miserable.
Well, we'll just yeah. All right, so we made a mistake. We made a mistake together.
Yeah. I'm halfway like, should we keep doing that segment or not?
No, that doesn't have to be a segment.
Well,
Not with gross stuff that's not supposed to be drank.
what about chocolate milk?
Well, I just drank a huge thing of chocolate milk before I got here, and it
Carbonated chocolate milk.
nah, maybe.
So
Speaking of chocolate,
Trevor Noah.
what's Trevor Noah got going on?
So Trevor Noah, who is the new host of The Daily Show, extremely left leaning.
Does he still work for CNN? He has a show on CNN.
No, he's got a show on Comedy Central.
Oh, that's right.
He's The Daily Show. So it used to be
Jon Stewart.
Yeah. So he is. This article says switching lanes on vaccines and ignites a firestorm of online criticism, which is just kind of what everybody's been saying for a while.
Yeah,
but now the left's like, now it's not crazy anymore.
right.
Which is
What did he say?
so. On Twitter earlier today, Noah raised an eyebrow and seems to claim that Moderna CEO Stephanie Bancel is pushing for a new COVID vaccines for monetary reasons. Noah based that on reports so far that the Omicron variant symptoms are milder. Noah called Bancel the guy who stands to gain millions from a new vaccine, and did a spit take by noting a new Ferrari awaits him. Now, look, I'm not saying the CEO of Moderna is lying. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that I don't think he's the most objective source on this topic. I'll wait to hear what neutral experts say about a new vaccine. Which Bansell said Tuesday that the high number of Omicron mutations on the spike protein and its rapid spread indicate the need to modify current vaccines. Noah did say that if a new vaccine is needed, you might need to take 15 minutes out of your year to get vaccinated. So he's saying if it is needed, but a lot of people are coming against him because they're saying it sounds like he's anti-vaccine. But I mean, all I'm seeing from that is reason and logic.
Right.
You know, I mean, if a new vaccine needs to be administered, I'm not going to ask the CEO of the vaccine manufacturing company, hey, you think we need another vaccine? Absolutely, you do.
Right.
You know?
But they're all in cahoots.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen that CNN? Have you seen the compilation of like every CNN show at the end? It's like brought to you by Pfizer. And it's like all of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there was a good documentary a while back called Sicko with Michael Moore, and he talks about he's pretty leftist.
He's crazy left.
But he's talking about big pharma and stuff, and he's like, well, this is how much money everybody made that was in like the presidential cabinet and like Senate and stuff, and it showed like people like walking out on a stage, and it had like their number amount that got donated to them, and then it brought out Hillary and Obama and showed them too, and so it's like there is a knowledge from the left that like, hey, they're all in like, you would hope that they're not pushing these vaccines on us unnecessarily.
Well, they are.
But also like maybe they are creating mutation, or maybe there are mutations being made of the virus and not artificially, just naturally. But with a vaccine that doesn't give you immunity, it's going to continue.
So you need to keep taking them.
You need to keep taking them.
And they make $50 a shot.
Probably more than that.
Yeah. So why not? Yeah.
Just keep loading up on vaccines.
Duh.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. It's a money thing. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But I'm glad that like you see Bill Maher kind of putting some heels in.
Yeah.
You see Trevor Noah now looking like he's, looking into some logic and reason and stuff. And
about time.
Which is, I was thinking about this the other day. It seemed like when I was growing up, like 2001-ish, like right around the time of 9/11, everybody was conservative. It seemed like Hollywood was more conservative. Like you didn't have these like big pushes against one another. You didn't, I don't know.
I can't speak to that because I was 9. But
yeah. Well, I mean, I just remember like, okay, 9/11 happened, and then everybody's like talking about church, they're talking about faith, they're talking about all these things on TV. Like, this is what's going to get us through, and like, we need to come together and all that stuff. So,
yeah.
You know what's really bad about that?
What?
When I'm talking, it's on my breath. And so when I breathe after I talk, it's all I smell.
That's awful.
And it's even got like a little like carbonation to it in the... It was a bad idea.
Yeah. I already felt terrible. That did not help.
Yeah. But it makes me feel better that Trevor Noah is...
I guess.
Got some sense. Maybe.
Yeah.
Eking into him. Do you see the FedEx driver?
I did.
In Alabama?
I don't...
If you haven't heard about it, article says it pretty much sums it up. Alabama FedEx driver accused of dumping hundreds of packages in a ravine.
6 different times. He just took his truck to a cliff and just shoved packages
Which
out.
makes sense because all the packages that people weren't getting during the pandemic. Them dudes are just like, I gotta go home.
So does that guy go to jail?
Oh, for sure. That would be tampering with mail. That's a felony.
Good.
For sure, that's a felony.
Good.
It's not the U.S. Postal Service, but I don't think that matters. I think like mail in general.
I bet it is if like, because like I don't know. That that pisses me off so much.
Yeah. They said like 300 to 400 boxes of assorted sizes is dumped at that location. And then they sent drivers from all over the South to like come in and like pick them up and stuff. So if you're missing any packages
from FedEx, you might get them again. You know who's thrilled? UPS.
Probably so.
Yeah.
And so did you see the other day in Chilton County, they found another spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So this is a thing.
Yeah. Some guy was like walking his dog on like a back country road.
Yeah.
And his dog like stopped and like sniffed something. They looked over and there was a bunch of Chewy boxes from the dog company or whatever. But yeah, so there's...
Man, think about it. Because like Alabama's not by any means the most populated area.
Oh, no.
Think about other like giant places. That probably happens daily.
Oh, yeah. Well, man, during the pandemic, you couldn't get a package in on time.
Yeah.
Which, granted, everybody was...
Prime is like 4 days now.
That's ridiculous. I'm going to cancel. That's one of those things that like seems ridiculous when you like... You say it out loud, you're like, dadgummit, 4 days?
You can't ship me something from Seattle in 4 days?
You can't get me my flashlight that I just kind of want in 4 days?
Yeah.
This is dumb. I'm canceling my subscription. I can go to Walmart and get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You ready for this?
I guess so.
All right.
My stomach feels so bad right now.
Let's get these. Let's do these.
Is one of them, would you rather drink a glass of water or carbonated pickle juice? Because I definitely want the water.
Would you rather have to give up social media forever or be allergic to caffeine?
So, I didn't do it this year, but normally I do like a fast from caffeine for like a month, and I always feel better.
Yeah. It's a drug.
So maybe I should take that, and then I'll feel better all the time.
Yeah.
But then I'll be tired a lot too.
Yeah. But you'd probably regulate.
I'd give up caffeine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I consider like YouTube a social media platform too.
All right. You get superpowers.
Okay.
But so does everybody else.
Oh, it's just everybody gets them or nobody gets them?
Yeah.
I was like, everybody gets them.
Oh, I'm staying.
Nobody gets them?
No, because then you have criminals with superpowers. Then you have cops with superpowers.
Well, then you got us with superpowers too. So
yeah, but they're random. What if you can like
fight crime.
You can like hold your breath a long time?
Did I ever tell you about the time I thought I got superpowers?
No.
I had like a flu one time, and my mom gave me some medicine that was hers, and I think it was expired. Plus, it was not a children's dose, and so I was like in between like consciousness and unconsciousness. But after I took it, I thought I had the ability to control my own body temperature. And so I was like, I'm really hot. And I'd start sweating. And I'd be like, I'm really cold. And I'd start shaking.
Just fevers.
It's just a fever.
That's
and
funny.
then me thinking that but then as I was like passing out, I thought, how am I going to use this to fight crime? And then I was out. I was like, this is dumb.
That's for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's your superpower. Is you can like regulate
your body temperature. So then you just like, you'd hug a bad guy and he'd be like, oh, this is
But then
gross.
I got like the ability to fly.
You're
like,
warm.
this sucks. Yeah, I just keep it as it is.
I'd probably everybody get superpowers. I'd like to see how that plays out.
All right. You have an infinite amount of money, but no electronics.
An infinite amount of money, but no electronics. So, like, would a car be considered an electronic? You got a horse and buggy that thing all the way around.
Yeah, you're the richest Mennonite in the world.
For some reason, that just like tickled me. The thought of like some guy on a horse and buggy,
Just counting money
yeah,
in his field.
yeah. He's like his horse and buggy's going down the dirt road, and there's just dollar bills flying out the back.
But he doesn't care.
Yeah, he don't care.
I don't know if I could give up electronics.
I couldn't.
Because what if you got sick and you needed like a respirator or something?
Yeah, that's electronic. Would you be using it, or would it be the doctor that's?
It's you're using it. It's on you.
Yeah, speaking of like funny thoughts, the other day I had this thought like tickled me so much, and I don't know why. So Church of the Highlands is going through at the movies right now.
Well, they're done now.
Well, yeah, we're done now, but and like you get your Coke and popcorn, like they give free Coke and popcorn to everybody. I just had the most random thought of like you open a door to like a back room, and Pastor Chris has got like an apron on and like a big kettle popcorn, and he's just like shoveling it through. It tickled me so much.
That's funny.
I have no idea why, but man, just like the look on him, be like, "What are you doing?" I'll be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, for real. Okay. You want to go 100 years in the past or 100 years in the future? Just to visit.
Yeah. I think the future. Nah. Well, what was 100 years ago from today?
1921.
There wasn't much going on, man. My granddad would be alive.
You can chit chat with him.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But also, if you go 100 years in the future, they're like just got the Model T in the 20s probably.
No.
We're going to have flying cars for sure 100 years in the future.
So?
I want to check them out.
You're visiting. You don't get a license.
I know, but maybe I can figure some of that technology out somehow.
I feel like
I'd be the one who invents it.
we'd go 100 years in the future and it would be like a hellscape.
There might not be anything left.
Yeah.
But you're only visiting, so.
True.
Do you take the nuclear radiation back with you?
Yeah, I hope not. Okay, this is a good one. You survive the apocalypse.
So 100 years in the future.
Not like the biblical apocalypse. So let's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like nuclear apocalypse.
You survive the apocalypse and will take part in the new beginning of human society. But all your loved ones perished.
I think I'd rather die with everybody else. You gonna stick it out?
Yeah.
I was just like, what?
I just like those shows.
Yeah, that's like part of me.
I'd like to be a part of trying to get everything back.
Part of my brain is like, that'd be fun. But at the same time, it's like, I watched my entire family die, more than likely.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun.
No, but like, okay, your entire family died.
Uh-huh.
You're eventually going to die too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So why not?
Maybe I'm the first one that goes the other way.
What do you mean?
If it's like an apocalypse, maybe I'm the first one that goes and I don't have to watch all of them die.
Yeah, but they're all dead. Like, they're going to die. So I could be like, well, I want to die with them.
Yeah.
So I'm not a part.
I'd probably stick it out.
Yeah, at least give it a shot.
Yeah.
If I get murdered day one, then I might as well die during the apocalypse, and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
You'd have to work through the sadness for a while until you couldn't eat.
So it'd be like high school.
Yeah.
Just work through the sadness. Don't give up.
All right, I got one more.
Put that knife down.
I got one more.
Little Josh.
This one's good.
Step away from the ledge.
Gosh.
You're thinking about it. Don't do it.
Did this happen?
We'll never know.
Yeah. I'll ask Pinky.
He won't know.
Here we go. I got it. The last one.
Okay,
This is a
good.
good
Because
one.
my
I'm
level
ready to
of throw up
I'm ready to go
is-
home. I'm ready to get out of here.
I don't know how I'm going to deal with a newborn in about 20 minutes. I feel like I just need to go lay down.
All right, you ready for this last one?
I need an IV.
Me too. Here we
Yeah.
go. I can give you $1,000 cash,
Okay.
or I can give you $1 million, but you have to donate it all to different charities or
Can
whatever
you say
charity.
it again?
I can give you $1,000 to you, and it's yours.
Yeah.
Or I say, Josh, I'm going to give you $1 million, but you have to donate it all to whatever you want.
To different.
Yeah, you don't get any of it.
I think we talked about this last week.
Did we?
I'd start a church,
Oh,
and then I'd donate it all to the
no
church.
kidding. But what would you? $1,000 to you, or you get
I already told you just then.
so you'd embezzle it.
Absolutely.
But I'm on you about it, and you're dead if you embezzle it.
How do you know if I embezzle
You
it?
cannot. This is in the magical world of this. Would you rather?
Uh-huh.
You do not get $1.
Unless it goes to my charity.
No.
Which I'm the CEO
Not your
of.
charity.
It goes to this. I'm the CEO of my own charity.
Okay. I give you $1,000,
Uh-huh.
or I donate $1 million to a charity in your name for you.
Can it be my charity?
No, I pick.
Can it be my church?
Nope. I'm taking $1,000.
Yeah, I probably am too.
Yeah. That's not even a question.
Yeah. Because somebody else is going to donate $1 million one day.
Or I don't know what you're spending that on.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like the Elon Musk thing where he said to the UN or whoever it was,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's $2 billion. Show me your work,
Yeah.
and I'll give it to you."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Well, we don't need to show you
Crickets.
our work." Yeah.
Crickets. All right. What if it's $100 I hand you, or you donate $1 million to a charity of my choice?
There's
I'm taking
so
the
much good that can be done with $1 million.
That's fine.
I'm going to take 100.
I am too. Yeah. That's like
Think of all the
have you-
people we
have
can
you-
feed.
Have you
I'll
heard
take 100.
the funny, like, would you rather me give you a $5 bill
Oh yeah,
or
we
your
did this
local
one. Yeah.
WNBA team win the championship?
Yeah, we did this one. $5.
$5.
$5.
I'm eating on the way home.
What number is it that you would be like, I'll give the $1 million?
A penny?
I think it's probably anything less than 100. For me, if somebody's like, I give you $50 or I'll donate $1 million to charity, I'd be like, I'll be all right.
Give me the 50. I want it in tens.
I want it in tens, and I want you to not tell my wife about it.
Yeah. Just keep this between us.
Because then it's going to be at Home Goods by the end of the day.
It's going in my glove box, my truck.
Yeah.
Well,
There probably won't be a podcast next week because we'll be dead.
yeah. I won't be here. Even if I'm here, I won't be here. No.
I jokingly was like, kept taking extra sips.
Yeah.
That was a bad move.
That was stupid. You drank way.
I thought
10
it was going to be
times more than
funny.
I drank.
I thought it was going to be funnier.
Yeah, it was just so gross. Dude, I'm out of sorts.
If anybody wants to come on the podcast, well, how much was that? .89 of a quart, so almost a liter. Is that right? Almost a quart. I'm a dummy. It's almost a quart up to the top.
But we went a third of the way up and then split it and didn't drink it all. So,
If somebody can come on this podcast
ooh,
and drink a whole quart of pickle juice, carbonated,
we'll give you our advertising money for the month.
yeah, I'll throw in an extra $5 just to make it
Yeah.
spicy.
We'll pay you $10.
$5, $10
$10.
if you can drink the whole thing
That's so
and not throw up.
Yeah.
There's no way. That was just off gassing. The gauntlet has been thrown.
We gotta go. I'm so sick.
I'm done. We gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm almost dead.
That was episode 86. Everybody, it was the worst decisions we've made on the podcast.
This episode will be the sickest podcast we've ever done.
We were both sick to begin with, and then poisoned ourselves.
But hit us up with what you think we should stream next
we'll
week.
We'll stream something else, maybe. I'm so out. Thank you for letting us into your hearts and minds and your homes.
In your butts.
Yeah.